we are used to this proper way of doing things.
Catherine,
Even a proper
there's a part of it that then like order. Yeah,
I love
maybe
order.
I know this is what I'm saying, but clearly there's an appeal of the opposite attractiveness.
Yes, I think you're too orderly.
Yes.
I think she's too orderly.
She's very orderly. I know she's a very orderly
she
person.
So she needs other
She
side.
wishes sometimes
Go and break
she could
that.
just be free, like a wild bird, and fly and tramp.
The psychological now.
Psychological,
this
this Freudian, eh? Because, and I think this is what appealed to a lot of people. Deconstruction.
Yeah, deconstructed.
Yeah, like you are so orderly. You know, you're that girl in school, you're the head girl, you're the teacher's whatever. Sometimes you wish you could just throw away your school books and just do something crazy. Yeah,
like love Trump.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I can see how psychologically this man could have some appeal to that kind of.
Can I tell you, you're like 85% correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
But that has nothing to do with.
No, there's an appeal to.
That has nothing to do with where. I mean, I like Emmanuel for the same reasons. The French president.
Yes.
Macron.
Yeah, for the same reasons. When people say I'm beating him because of, I don't know, we're digressing.
Oh, you like Mavericks?
Yes.
Mavericks.
No, but he was doing his teacher was abusing him from 16.
No, but you see,
he's another unique.
let me tell you, when people start bashing him because his wife is his former teacher.
Yes.
I think his former high school teacher.
Yes, 24 years old. She was married. When she used to go to the house, everyone used to think that he's going to see the daughter, and he pretended that he's seeing the daughter who is there in school.
Can I tell you why?
He's going to see the mother.
But you see, why I like him? He's so far been extremely proud of her. He praises her every opportunity he gets. Like he doesn't care what the world thinks that my wife is my former teacher. You get?
Because he has abused that.
You know, he doesn't.
He has never known anybody.
You see, he doesn't hide her. He doesn't. You see, he does not.
John, think
he
about
does not hide.
You're only thinking about school. How will you make it to university? Honestly.
No, and then again, let's also ask ourselves something else.
Yes.
Why does it have to be orderly at the presidency? You see, something else I have a problem with. Something else I have a problem with. We are so used to the same way of doing things. Like generally in life, you use the same route to go to work every morning. Maybe you have the same thing for breakfast every day. You go to the same place of the weekend for swimming. Like, why are you laughing?
No, there has to be a formula because I remember the issue about Syria.
Yes.
And the daughter knows that my father cannot process information. I mean data. These generals were trying to explain to him that children have been killed in Syria in a chemical attack, and he wasn't getting it. So the daughter decided, let's get pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, children foaming in the mouth and they are dead and all that, and take this to the to the father.
Yeah.
Because he's the president.
Yeah. He needs to be able to act.
He needs to. Yes, he needs to act. So why not for Ivanka?
Which is perfect because. You
pictures.
See, people around.
Pictures,
You have to be taking pictures. Do you know the jokes they make about
pictures?
I only read books which have pictures.
No. No. You see, at least the daughter has identified a way to communicate with him.
Yes, with pictures.
But you have to do it through pictures.
Yes.
And
for
you're
him
the
to
CEO,
get it.
and then you are the
for
CEO of
for
America.
Him to get it. But don't you find
how many pictures will you get for other things?
Yes.
Don't
you find refreshing?
Imagine the economy, and it's about graphs and all those things. And those. Yeah, how do you talk in pictures?
But don't you find that refreshing? That you that you have to go the extra mile.
I'm a very wild man myself,
Very,
a lot
very,
of things.
Very, I know.
You don't emphasize.
When we on TV. Okay.
But don't you find that refreshing?
No, I don't find it refreshing.
Why?
Because if you give in to all your wildness, you can have a wild nature. That I can understand.
Yeah, you can relate.
If you have a wild nature, I can relate to the nature.
Yeah.
But your mind, even when you have a wild imagination, needs to be filtered through certain things for intelligence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Trump is a wild man in every way, and he gets bored with information.
Yeah, and with normalcy.
Yes, and he starts feeling angry.
Yes.
Like when people are just talking and like a big boy.
Yeah.
He becomes very like agitated.
Yeah.
Like, do you know for the longest time why he never appointed Bolton? John Bolton. He said it's because he has a stupid mustache. That's what he said. He said it reminds him of those people from the Civil War.
Remember?
So
There
he
is
had
one.
said, why can't he shave
And
it?
even
Can you imagine? You are saying this guy is the best guy. You're like, this is the best guy for the job. Then Trump's answer was like, tell him to shave that.
even Martin,
Yes,
Martin
yeah.
said,
Yeah.
he comes in suits. He looks like a beer salesman. And it was good.
You see how my president makes you happy? You see how my president makes you happy?
And he didn't want, no.
Do you see how my president makes you happy?
Jared Kushner is saying this guy is good.
No,
and he was saying, oh.
Yeah. He just judged it.
Yeah.
You see?
No, but
And the guy who was
no,
fired when he was
imagine-
here, the diplomat who was
imagine-
fired when he was here,
imagine
what's
all
his
the
name?
CV, you are saying this guy understands.
Yeah.
He's been here, then he's like, his suits are like for a beer salesman. And he don't want to see that guy. Or the other guy said, go and get him, tell him to fast shave his mustache. And he's serious.
Yeah.
He is not listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took months.
Until
people to be fired.
invigorated
Yes.
by that kind of thinking.
But it's not good for, I don't think it's good at that level.
Yes,
Because you can cause a lot of harm.
I mean, it's an amusement.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, really.
It just
Really?
means the people around him
Yes.
have to work twice as hard
Yes.
to get him to see it and to get it. So of
Twice,
course,
10 times.
which is fine.
Just a headache.
Which is fine. What I think has happened is it's brought life inside the White House. Like everyone just has to be like, oh my gosh, how will I explain this to him? How do we make him sign this EO?
How is that
What-
a good thing?
It's a good thing because now you're working. It's not just quiet and peaceful like you are taking things where to be signed. There's action in that house. He's brought life.
Adventure.
So,
Yes.
so we are. You like it that it's a madhouse, it's dramatic. I think you've just admitted
Adventurous.
You read this book and you're very happy. Yeah, I found myself laughing.
It's very
And
interesting.
I remember,
Yeah.
like,
The speech.
I burst out laughing.
The speeches,
sometimes.
the winding,
first speech
the
he
winding
made,
way,
Yes,
the winding way.
yes,
that-
yes.
yeah.
And the former president, George
Rumbling.
W. Bush, and I'll censor the last word, but Bush, you know that first dark speech he made, an angry speech, a weird speech when it was raining. Things will not be the same again in America and so on. He quarreled. Most speeches are usually uplifting and
Yeah.
fast. And at the end, George W. Bush said, that's some weird.
Yeah,
Eh.
yeah.
Said, that's some weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's some weird.
And he himself is not a
Yeah.
very good speech writer.
Yes.
Speech,
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
poor Bush was so perplexed.
Yeah.
That's all that he could.
But that's what
Yes.
Trump has given
Yes.
the world. We
Yeah.
are all perplexed. One man has brought conversation globally.
it's not conversation. I think it's rambling.
Yes.
I think it's rambling.
No,
He
this
just
book has
rambled.
Look at the way he walked
Rambling
out
is how
on
to-
the North
to
Koreans.
describe
The
this
North
book.
Koreans are back to building
The
their
nuclear.
nuclear weapons because one minute they are sitting with that fat little dictator from Pyongyang. This is just the other week. They are sitting. He's asking for some concessions on sanctions. The next thing, Trump has claimed a plane is going back to Washington.
No, I think
He
for
didn't
me,
even say goodbye.
I think for me it reminds me of
Out of the deal.
of Steve Jobs in terms of a reality distortion. So he has a field which is called reality distortion. So everything is being sucked into that. Once he believes, like for instance, the issue of body mass index.
Yes.
You know, he actually lied about his
Yeah.
height
Yes.
so that the doctor does not tell him
Yeah.
he's overweight.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, something
And
like
then
that.
you see him
So
taking
it's
KFC, I mean McDonald's.
He takes
Yes.
McDonald's
Yes.
because we
He's
found out
fearing
in the book,
poisoning,
He
Yeah.
thinks someone who wants to
Poison.
poison.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he eats takeaway.
Yeah, yeah.
Like who does?
So he has a reality distortion.
Yeah.
He distorts reality.
Yeah.
And everybody around him,
Yeah.
you have to come to that reality distortion
Yeah,
field,
you
or
have to
else-
be in that bubble.
yeah, because he believes you solve problems by firing people
Mm.
okay, from the apprentice, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, up to now.
Yeah. Up
If you
to
have a
now.
problem, he believes
But
in
I
firing.
think right now the White House is more quieter and calmer than when this book was written, which was 6 months in. I think even the stories coming out of there now, they're not as wild as it were like the first 2 years of his presidency.
I think so.
Do
You
you
think
agree?
I think so.
I'm not, maybe it's just that we don't yet have another book. Yeah?
No, but even
and the
before the
leaks
book-
are not maybe they've contained the leaks more. I don't
They've
think
contained, like
yes.
people
Yes,
to leak
the
have been
leaks.
fired
Let me
or
tell you a
something.
story that
Because
I don't know
family.
if that captures Trump's character perfectly from his days as a businessman. There was a time he wanted people to move out of a condominium, but some people had some leases going on. You know, some had like 5-year leases and so on. And it was a wealthy, he wanted to knock it down and build a hotel. So there are like some French people who are like, no, we cannot move out Mr. Trump. We have got 5 years in condominium, and so on and so forth. So Trump, there are some empty houses. So Trump went and got homeless people. Yeah. Like,
I know that story. I've read it somewhere.
Yes, he got like junkies, people who are on drugs.
Yeah.
Just yani kuokota tu
Yeah.
from under bridges. Then he said that he's giving them free housing because he's very sad about the homeless situation in New York. So he gave them free apartment. Then he told them they can even bring their friends.
Yeah.
So everyone gave up their lease within.
They left
everybody
immediately. Yes.
Everyone vacated. Even the,
but that's what I describe as shrewd businessman.
No, let him finish the story. We see whether it's really shrewd.
Yes. So immediately that was done. He kicked out all the homeless people and knocked. He actually told them that now this place has to be demolished. He's very sad, but he has to knock it down. And I mean, if they are there, they are going to dynamite the place. Yeah. So these poor junkies, most of them were actually black.
Yeah.
No, they left there, you know, because I mean, Now, this sort of character, and there are so many avenues. He probably could have gone to like court and so on, and just done something that is more civilized than normal. What I'm trying to say is Trump is a very raw individual. Yeah. He doesn't have finesse, in spite of his wealth, in spite of his education. He has the mind of a construction site supervisor. Ni mtu wa cement.
The thing I
construction sites, that's how he thinks.
The thing
he
I
doesn't think like an
there
executive.
Is that he is a raw individual, and it's that rawness that for me is
which some
attractive.
people is actually cruel. That's what Wolf says. That's a character trait of him.
Yeah.
Cruel and crude.
No, let's
crudity.
Look, first of all, this Michael Wolf guy, I just think there's something between him and Bannon. I don't know if you got the sense when reading this book.
No, we didn't.
No, I didn't.
I didn't get that sense.
No, neither did I.
That's conspiracy.
That's
conspiracy.
That's collusion.
That's collusion.
This book is
Russia.
more
the
about
Russia.
this. Bannon is every page, like Bannon.
It's because Bannon is was the only intellectual, sort of like neoconservative intellectual in this administration.
He's the
So
one
he
who has
has to
that
filter.
ideology.
He's the only one with the ideology.
Yeah. Everybody else is.
Yes. And as a writer, you sort of
And
have
it's even
to.
Bannon, I think, who gave him the what do you call it, the pass to get to White House. I think he says something like that. Like
No,
he
yeah,
had
it's
to
about
give
the
that,
it's about
he had to
the
give that to Bannon.
Yes,
Just
yeah,
him
yeah.
being in there
Yes.
to observe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Bannon wanted, of course, like they said, he's 63 and in a hurry.
Yeah.
And then he turned 64.
Yeah.
He knew there's going to be a book.
Yeah.
So Bannon wanted to come off, I mean, to be reflected,
In a good way.
sort of immortalized.
Yeah, because I kind of
Yes.
felt like that book was about Bannon and painting Bannon in this larger than life, like this wise old man. Like, if it were not for this guy, this thing would be. Did you feel that? No.
Yeah, sure. The
Yeah.
fact that Bannon was like the center
Yes.
of the campaign.
Yes, and it's
Yeah.
like Trump listened to Bannon more than everyone else. There's
No.
a thing in the White House he's painted here,
Yes,
I mean
yes.
in the Oval Office, where Bannon even told off Jared and Ivanka,
Yes,
one of
yes,
them,
yes,
like he
yeah.
told them off in the president's presence. So
Yes,
that kind of gives
yes.
you.
But they had the last laugh.
They are the last time, yes.
Well,
family.
They bided
did,
their
yes.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ultimately.
They're like, okay.
But I find there's something to do with why paint Bannon so gloriously.
But I don't get it as if he's painted gloriously. This guy talks about is those desperate type of men who have reached very late in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gives, even when he gives his career, it's not really flattering. He said he's like a vulture, like he used to survive off killings of carcasses of businesses, and it makes you a certain type of bitter. It's like a bitter man. I don't feel like he came off as a
Really?
very, like,
I think
smart.
he has been painted as the brain.
Yes,
the brain.
the brain.
The brain
Yes.
behind. And I think
Yes.
that's true.
But
I think
it's
that's true.
Because
The
can you say
ideology.
Trump has any
Yeah.
type of brain apart from apart from like money making, Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's a mistake people make. You know, some things are just slyness, survival, inheritance. It's not the same as the presidency is an executive sort of a function. Trump has been the real hustler. What are these people call themselves hustlers in this country? Eh? You know,
But that's once I don't go there. I can see you wanting to go
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Let's stick
Yes,
here.
yeah.
Uh-huh. So yeah.
Trump, and he tries to hustle his way even around the presidency. His dealings with other powers, yeah, and he gets easily flattered. Look at him in Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Yeah, they
with
did.
these
They had
tyrants.
this thing for
Yes,
him because
yes.
they knew he would enjoy it.
Yes.
Those
Yeah.
things you were saying that you
Yes.
know it has to be about me.
Yeah,
so
yes.
everyone knows that. So
Yes.
they try to go all out.
Out, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure, you play him. Kind
Yes.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
to
monarch.
flatter
So you really liked the book.
I really like the book. Yeah, it's a very interesting book.
Yeah.
In fact,
You took everything hook, line, and sinker. Like
yeah, I
you
even listened to the audio version.
Mhm.
It's so interesting also,
Yeah.
because that guy even acts, you know, the way he gives the speeches and
Yeah.
the way it was just fun.
So you read the book and then you listened
Yes,
to the
the
audio.
audio.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
And you believed everything.
Not believed everything. This is entertainment. Entertainment. Yeah, read books for entertainment, partly,
I believed everything.
and I think it's true.
Yeah,
When you
because
look
I
at
didn't find that
outside
when
this-
I'm reading, just as a journalist,
Yeah, outside.
sometimes you can tell if somebody is doing some things. Eh? I think Michael Wolff pretty much stayed out of the book. He tried to let other people speak. He was very
Yeah, the
balanced.
book was about those people in their life.
Yes.
I can respect that
Yes.
about him,
Yes.
about his writing.
Thank you, Carl.
Also,
Yes.
the other
Yes.
sources. You see, if somebody drew a portrait of Trump today, that's very inconsistent with many other portraits.
Yes.
Or somebody drew a portrait or wrote about Obama or somebody else, that's very different from what everybody else is saying.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe even if there's some exaggeration, because even Trump, actually there's a place where I was saying somebody exaggerated. Trump was complaining that they exaggerate his exaggerations.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so even if there's some exaggeration, he's just exaggerating. He's
Yeah, he's exaggerating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It's
see
very
that.
hard to exaggerate Trump.
Yeah.
Hard, yeah.
Trump is a larger-than-life character. Yes.
And by the way,
Yes,
when you talk
he's
about character, I
alive.
like
Yes,
that
yes.
because it's actually a character. Even Michael Wolff says that.
Yeah.
We are dealing with Trump. It's not really a person.
Yeah.
We are dealing with a character.
It's a
Yeah.
character.
Traits with different
Yeah.
traits.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Which
Yeah.
is what people have a problem
Yeah,
with.
yeah. And he won, I think, because he's a larger-than-life character.
And he'll win again.
Okay, I can't predict.
That's hard.
Well, I have.
Yeah, because
Let's
It's
put money
possible.
on it. Let's
It's
put money
possible.
on it.
It's possible.
And
Yeah.
it's possible.
It's
Why,
possible.
why? Why do you think, with everything that the media has thrown at him now, or whatever they've reported about
it will be
him?
harder. It will be harder, but it's possible because politics is politics. The media doesn't vote.
and the media
Doesn't vote.
He explained very well. Eh? The media, Trump was always a joke.
Yes.
The last laugh has been
Yes.
against the media.
On the
Yes.
media, yeah.
The Manhattan media.
Yes.
And as they say, you know, they're very elite.
Yes.
It's New Yorker.
That's
New
why they
York
have
Times.
issues
Yeah.
with him.
Yes. They're
New York Observer.
very sort of
Yes.
sophisticated,
Yes.
cynical.
So they
crowd.
actually began
Yes.
making fun of him,
Yes.
writing articles and
Yes.
caricatures about
And
him
they've
and all
done
that,
it from
and they made him very,
from the 80s.
very famous. Yeah.
Yes.
From the
Yeah.
80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's that guy who's so clownish that there's a horror.
Yeah.
It's almost like you've been laughed at.
Yes.
When he actually won,
It was. He had the last laugh.
he had the
Yeah, yeah,
last laugh.
that's true.
So that one I'll concede that the media is a bit shocked.
Yeah.
Yes.
They-
A lot
they-
shocked.
A lot
Not
shocked.
a bit shocked.
But
yes.
I don't like what he does to the media also. When he keeps saying things and people buy, because there are a lot of foolish people on this planet.
Yeah.
Yeah? There are a lot of foolish people.
Uh-huh.
So when he says that that's fake news,
We agree.
yeah,
Even
people
yeah.
say he says that's fake media,
By the
you
way-
know, fake CNN, fake
What-
media. Look, all those fake people. You see, you people there, you
And
fake
he-
people at
and
the
he-
back.
And his supporters agree.
And they agree. But what do they end up listening to? What he does is, you now go to very unprofessional people, idiots who are just blogging. Yeah? Even it's like in Kenya, you know,
Yes.
people do like these
It's what
days.
he said. It's
Everybody.
politics.
Yes.
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 Even saying
Yes.
he knows there's fake media because fake news because even himself he used to make up things all the time.
Yes.
And they used to print
Yeah.
when he's going to print.
What's there not to love about Donald Trump?
No, it's funny. It's very entertaining.
Isn't he?
Yeah, and the book is very interesting, by the way.
It is.
Fun.
The book is interesting. It's what you said. It's entertainment. But maybe I just take it with 45 to 50% true. That's my outtake.
Trump has never even seen 45 to 50% approval rating.
He's at 93 right now.
No.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that 40?
Now
is
that's
that 40?
fake news.
Yeah, that's fake news.
Now
Is
that's
that, is,
fake
that, is that
news.
40? Is it 41?
Please wind up the
Yes.
show. We'll clean
Okay.
up the show.
Let
I'll
me
just
say
give
this.
you that chance to conclude.
Yes, as I'm trying to wind up, let me say this. If we are going to love leaders because we think that they're entertaining us and they are funny, then the greatest president Africa has ever had is Idi Amin Dada.
Oh my goodness, we forgive you.
Yes.
What's your
If we are
parting
going
shot?
to say that entertainment value, Idi Amin was a very amusing man. He chased away Indians, for example.
You've soured us.
Yes.
John, just make it better. Just make this environment
Yes,
better.
yes.
Now, this is
Kindly.
an interesting book. Yeah, Fire and Fury is a very interesting book.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Lovely and very entertaining.
Okay, lovely, entertaining, interesting. I won't even ask you to wind up the show. I'll do it myself.
You know, we've been very soft on you,
How?
comparatively.
Ganga.
Only because you are Lady Catherine. But liking Trump is not a good thing. You
Oh
said,
my God.
doesn't everybody has faults? You are perfect, but you have one very big imperfection.
Which is what?
You like Donald
I
Trump.
like Donald Trump.
Yes, that's a vice. It's like being a chain smoker or something, or an alcoholic or something.
Let me go.
Yeah, liking Donald Trump is a vice.
I like Donald Trump. The book, like you said, it's entertaining, but half truth, half lies, half fake news. Okay? But
A
all of
fake
you
book.
find something nice with the Donald,
Yes,
which
yes.
is a good thing.
The Donald, yeah.
Yes.
we've
It's
discussed
called the
a fake
Donald.
book.
When you say
Oh,
the
the
Donald,
Donald,
it's only
yeah.
one. The
There's
Donald is
only
only
one,
one
the
in the
Donald.
world.
I take him as seriously as I take Donald Duck and Scooby-Doo. It's like having President Scooby-Doo.
Right there, Scooby-Doo was my favorite cartoon
There
growing
you
up.
go. So your president is as serious as Scooby-Doo. Yes. That's the
Thank you for watching Books and Blogs. Thank you to 4 Points by Sheraton at the airport. We will see you next week. Scooby-Doo, really?
Donald Duck.